It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, NBA fans. Ernie Johnson here with you again, and we've got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, and we're all amped up for this early season game. Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Last game for Oklahoma City, they picked up the W against Sacramento. Thus far, about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. And here we go, in a league of teams that love to work the perimeter. Tonight we feature two teams that get it done in the post. This is a game, Shaq, and I know you love to watch.
Yeah, you got to try to physically dominate your opponent. You got to push him out the way. Oof. You got to elbow. You got to move him out the way.
There's only so much one man can take.
That's right, Ernie. But also, your team can also hit some threes that create room to operate.
Yeah,
Hey, but Shaq, you got to be highly skilled. You can't just win with power. Now, the best post players have great hands and coordination. You cannot win with just power.
Oh, I got it.
What are you counting?
He's counting rings.
He just didn't win with power.
He's counting rings.
Okay.
How many did you come up with?
4.
Yeah, me too. That'll do it. Both teams ready for tip-off. We send it out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
The Nuggets have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court. Welcome to the Pepsi Center in Denver. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, it has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they haven't let down their fan base in terms of where they are early in the season. They've notched some huge wins and just kind of edged themselves up the standing.
Well, riddle me this. Can they keep coming up with those huge wins? Can they keep edging up in the standings? Not sure, because we're getting to the part of the schedule where the great teams separate themselves from the good ones.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Paul Millsap has become one of the best NBA big men when it comes to getting steals. Now, Millsap says when you're 6'8" going up against guys that are 7 feet, you're not going to be able to block their shot every time. So you try to get it down low when they bring it down. It's all about being smart and using what you have. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense, one of the most underrated players in the game. A marquee matchup tonight. Two great centers going head-to-head. Brent, talk about the attributes scouts are looking for out of modern-day centers.
I think one of the things that they look for first with regards to a big man, Kevin, is a guy who doesn't shy away from contact. I know the game is moving with a little more open pace and space, but still your big guy's got to want to be physical, because there are times in the game, whether he's touching it in the post or not, he's got to be a presence both offensively and defensively. That requires taking a few hits. And with the ability to pass, and you know, the guys like Bogut, even in advanced age, can still, I think, make a difference in that position. Yeah, but if you look at guys like Bogut and Steven Adams, they're still willing to sacrifice their body, not for the glory of having the ball, but everything they can do for getting the ball into open space for their guards. That means hitting a guy, setting hard screens. That physicality has got to be priority one.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Taking a look at the Thunder. Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair, and it's George in at the small forward. Adams' shot is off. Here's Denver now. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And this is why depth is so important. You know, next man up, and it's pretty much the philosophy for every good team in our league.
You're going to have injuries. You're going to have nights where there's foul troubles or the starters just struggle. So you need a strong bench to remain consistent in this league.
Westbrook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Yeah, you could see the defense break down, but credit the aggressive play of Westbrook for making that happen.
And when you watch Russell Westbrook play, He's one of the most competitive players in the NBA.
And with the way he attacks the rim and plays with just no abandon, I mean, this guy is no joke. Absolutely wills himself and his team to just do things that few others can, and relentless from the first quarter to the last whistle.
The first one falls.
Well, he entered the league as a great free throw shooter. Westbrook now gets there a ton.
And Russell Westbrook drops them both. Well, Brent, the media and others have commented that while Westbrook is a gifted scorer, he isn't an efficient scorer. What do you think of that?
Well, Russell is surrounded by guys who are still trying to figure out exactly what they are supposed to be in the league. He's not going to wait around for them to figure it out on his watch. And so that's the delicate dance right now for Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook trying to find a balance between leading the charge and putting a charge in his teammates.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Jokic. Offensive rebound. Patterson, a second chance effort, and the layup is up and in.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Inside, here's Jokic, banked in off the glass. Jokic has got his second bucket.
Respect the touch of Jokic on the inside. If he's good with the ball and soft hands as a passer, why not around the rim?
Left side, Westbrook. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
Chandler's shot, good.
And terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
Now here's Westbrook. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Adams sets the pick for Westbrook. Back to Robertson. Lets it go. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oklahoma City trailing. Right side, Westbrook. Here's George. Unable to get that one. Chandler with the defensive effort. Pass to Murray. Jokic against Adams. And Adams sends it back.
Adams is a decent shot blocker, but relies on his position mostly, that time in the right spot.
Just 5 to shoot. Murray for 3. That one no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, good collective team unity. Everyone pitching in, so trying to win for one another. That's a good thing.
And here is Murray. Patrick Patterson getting it to go from deep moments ago. Millsap sets the pick for Harris. Kicks it to Millsap. Dishes it to Murray. Here's Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
Now here's Patterson. He's got 5, and here's Westbrook from the arc. Second shot opportunity, and it's Adams getting it to go.
Well, you have to put at least one body on Adams, maybe 2. With his size and relentlessness, he'll light you up on the offensive glass.
Westbrook with it, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Here's Robertson from outside off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 3. A pull-up. Harris misses. Oklahoma City's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Westbrook kicks to George. Paul George with the steal. Back to Adams. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Down low, over Jokic. That one a little long. It's stolen by Adams. George dishes to Westbrook. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, there are guys that stop on a dime and shoot, but Russell stops and rises up. No way to challenge him there.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Westbrook. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 points.
Well, a good job around the rim of Jokic getting in great position and then using his huge frame to snatch up that rebound.
Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
Wide open look here for Murray. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season, but big risk for the Thunder to make that move and trade for him.
And he makes the first. And for Paul George, who knows what the future holds for him, but Greg, he is a great fit, it would seem, for the Thunder.
Listen, you give the Thunder another star to pair with Westbrook, and they're taking a leap of faith here with George.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Kenneth Faried comes in for Paul Millsap, and it's Will Barton in for Gary Harris. And George drops them both.
He talks so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Barton passes to Faried, and he banks in the layup.
And really, Faried is just very comfortable from there. He waits for the right opportunity and then seizes the moment.
Felton kicks to Adams. Outside, George. Screen by Adams. George against Chandler. In the corner, it's Felton. Bangs home the trifecta. Felton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jokic a screen. Here's Barton. His last outing, he had 8 points. Murray, no good. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's the lob to Adams. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Chandler, taken away by Felton. George against Chandler. George passes to Eustis. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And now a 9-point Oklahoma City lead. Nuggets shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Barton kicks to Murray. Pass to Faried to the middle. Jokic. And Adams sends it back. And he recovers it. Chandler dishes to Barton. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. They shoot again, and it's good on the layup.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
The Thunder leading by 7. Felton kicks to George. Felton dishes to Adams. And there's the pass to Abrinas. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jokic. Arthur comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Moutier in for Murray. And then for Oklahoma City, Nick Collison's checked in for Adams. And it's Jeremy Grant in for Paul George. We all know it takes stars to win championships, Brent, but it also takes a lot of support. In your opinion, who are some of the NBA's better role players? Guys that don't have to be on the marquee, can be on the side, but still are contributors.
A couple guys come to mind, Kevin, and I'm thinking about last year, the way that Eric Gordon took the role of coming off the bench for the Houston Rockets and had a tremendous season for them. Kind of a selfless act for a guy who had started most of his career and was injury plagued. That opportunity, and maybe that selfishness had some karma behind it, and he had a great season. Another guy I would say is Cameron Payne, and a guy that just has a great energy and a great spirit, looking for his opportunity, always excited to get to the game. But those are the kind of guys you need.
Yeah.
Energy, excited to be there, and every night are going to give it to you. And I'll throw Patty Mills in the mix as well. Those kind of guys with unbridled spirit, great role players to have.
Good on both.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Plumlee with the screen. Fareed a screen on Collison. Barton, no luck. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 17-6 run. The Thunder with another miss. Nuggets shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. And it's Grant in the corner. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. They're getting their first look at the Thunder in this one.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Thunder.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
The Nuggets trail by 12. Now Moutier taking a look at his numbers. He averages about 7 points a game. Screen by Fareed. Now here's Moutier. Just 4 to shoot. And Fareed kicks to Plumlee. And it's good, 2 points. Plumlee's got his first basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Screen by Grant. They set the screen. Felton the pass to Grant. In the corner, Collison with it. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. From the line. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Barton outside. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. So the wing on the left. Here's Moutier. Felton with some nice D. The shot's good from Fareed.
That's just a poor job by the defense to let the Manimal get the rebound. He's the last guy you want to get free under there.
Abrinas kicks to Collison. Outside, Felton. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the first. Collison dishes to Felton. Over Moutier. Doesn't go either for Felton. The Nuggets trail by 8. And here is Arthur. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Moutier. That one doesn't go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Felton with the ball. Passes to Houston. Back to Felton. Plumlee with the steal. Feeds it to Arthur. Uncovered, and he nails the jumper. And now just a 4-point Thunder lead.
Nice ball movement to find Darrell Arthur, rising up and releasing. Gets that to go.
Outside, Felton. Plumlee against Collison. Grant outside. 5 to shoot. Trying to get back on track. The shot's good. Collison making the play. Grant's got his second basket of the night.
Grant's always looking for those seams, so when he finds one, he'll rip right into it, like his aggressiveness there.
And Fareed kicks to Plumlee. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this game.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him.
Well, a former 5-star recruit, won a championship in college. Plumlee still finding his way a little bit here in the pros.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Abrinas. And no good trying to get that one. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Thunder lead by 5. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. We're back in a moment. And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism, but also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, they found a little bit of space out there on the perimeter, and they have a shared confidence right now. That tends to breed some success for this team.
So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Felton. Houston is out there with Grant. Then there's Nick Collison, and it's Abrinas in at the 2 spot. Here's Barton, rejected by Collison. Grant kicks to Abrinas, and stolen by Barton. And now the Nuggets, fast break. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Grant. Now here's Felton, guarded closely. Collison, the pass to Houston. Outside, Felton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Collison gets it to go on the assist by Felton. Collison's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Oklahoma City. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
Here's Felton after the basket by Will Barton, and stolen by Barton. And now the Nuggets, fast break, and here we go. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Show of strength for Mudiay there at the point guard position, gets the shot up after getting hit, so an N1 opportunity on its way.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Reed, and Harris subbed in for Will Barton. Then for the Thunder, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Houston. Andre Robertson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Raymond Felton. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league. Nuggets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Harris dishes to Millsap. Millsap sets the pick for Moutier. Up off the screen. And that one's good. Millsap.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
It's Westbrook with the drive to halt the run. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. I think the one thing about Patrick Patterson out of Kentucky, he is a smart basketball player.
Yeah, he's not the best rebounder or shot blocker, but the advanced stats love him. And he gets the job done at both ends of the floor.
First free throw is good. Ran over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework, and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Now here's Moutier. Here's Plumlee. Goes back up, and it's good on the way in. Plumlee's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And it's Grant in the corner. Shoots over Arthur. No good from Grant. The Nuggets have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. To the inside. Westbrook. And it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
And for the Nuggets, they're shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Moutier kicks to Millsap. Shoots over Patterson. Millsap misses.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
And the foul called on Darrell Arthur. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Chandler comes in for Darrell Arthur. And it's Jamal Murray in for Emmanuel Moutier. Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Paul George comes in for Jeremy Grant. Now here's Adams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And a moment here to see the numbers for George. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
His instincts naturally are to score the basketball. That ability to find the creases in the defense is something you just don't teach, and it's awesome.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Well, for the Thunder last season, the first one in the AD era, that stands for after Durant, you can imagine just how devastating his departure was for the fans of the franchise. But I think Sam Presti, as the general manager, prepared themselves for Kevin Durant leaving and for Russell Westbrook to assume the reins of the team.
Both shots good from the stripe. And with OKC, as long as this team has been in this city, they have known success as a franchise.
Part of the fear that losing KD in free agency was that the success was going to go with them. But on the shoulders of Russell Westbrook having an historic NBA season, averaging a triple-double, Billy Donovan got these guys to play pretty hard, ended up being in the playoffs, and now have young guys that maybe could show some potential to maintain a level of success this fan base is used to. The defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
Murray, the pass to Chandler. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic with the screen on George. Chandler kicks to Jokic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Jokic has got the game tied up here for the Nuggets. Here's Westbrook. He has 6. And George kicks to Patterson. And Robertson has it in the corner. Over Harris. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Smooth release there from Robertson, continuing to try to develop that jump shot.
Millsap a screen. Murray with it. Westbrook picks him up. Murray kicks to Chandler. Millsap a screen on George. Here's Chandler, and again it's Denver.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Screen by Adams. Westbrook dishes to Adams. Here's Robertson, guarded by Harris, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. Now here's Murray. He's covered by Westbrook. Patterson bringing the double. Here's Harris, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steven Adams picks one up.
You know that Harris loves to get to the free throw stripe, and he did a good job drawing the foul up on that play. Get out your sketchbook. Gary Harris is the type of player that a lot of people feel very confident is just going to keep getting better and better. Has a good knack for scoring the ball. Such a great off-ball cutter. Great chemistry right now with Jokic between the two of them. And as he grows older, he'll continue to build upon his offense. Potential to be a very good two-way player.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And for Harris, the way he plays, it'll probably be a few years before he hits his prime. Brent, even right now, you like how he can fill it up.
Well, he went from his first year just averaging 13 minutes to 2 straight seasons averaging over 32. So trial by fire a bit with Gary Harris, but he continues to show progression and can be a very effective two-way player. Lots of upside for this guy.
Here's Robertson. 9 points last game out.
Oh, man. Caution. Flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
I know it's just 2, but man, that's a nice 2. Westbrook with the insane creativity.
Now here's Murray. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Here's Harris, down to 5 on the shot clock, and that one's good. Millsap.
Well, Millsap really wants the shot anytime he can get it from there. That's his comfort zone.
Westbrook passes to George. He dishes it to Patterson. And Robertson has it in the corner. He feeds it to Adams. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Robertson being aggressive that time, so staying away from the catch-and-shoot game and taking it at the defense.
First free throw is good.
Well, if you look at Andre Roberson's stats, you would wonder why he gets so much playing time. Not a great scorer, gets a ton of minutes, and I'll tell you why. He can defend wing players and great scorers in this league like a hawk. That's the reason why he became a valuable performer through the years for Oklahoma City.
No good on the second free throw. And you look at Roberson, and he is clearly a defensive specialist for this team.
Well, he's a great wing defender and so many great offensive weapons at the 2 and 3 spot in the conference, the Western Conference, that he is familiar with. Does a great job of going out on a nightly basis and doing what he does best.
Whoa!
Wow. Good look out. The awareness of Russell Westbrook to locate the open man and deliver a strike, something he's developing.
Denver's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Murray kicks to Jokic. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his third rebound tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
So, Brent, you averaged 21 points a game your senior year in college. What adjustments did you have to make to really score at the NBA level?
Well, I didn't have to ask for the ball much in college, but my first year in the pros, Kevin, I had to do that. I said, I'm open over here.
Right.
You know, really it was just a matter of being comfortable within the system, and then there's always that proving ground, Kevin. The first 6 months as a rookie or a first-year player that's getting ample time, you just want to prove that you're capable of handling your business in the league, and that all happened for me in my rookie year with the Los Angeles Clippers.
He misses the free throw. And, Brent, when you hear Donovan on the sideline or in the huddle, it's clear how big a motivator he can be for his team. He certainly gets the most out of his players from the stars to the end of the bench.
One thing that Billy Donovan did in the early part of taking the job with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin, I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts, understanding the personalities of his team, and getting to know his guys. All of those things have reaped some incredible rewards in the early part of Billy Donovan's coaching career.
It's Barton on the wing. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it's put back in by Fareed.
Yeah, you might want to get out of the way there. Fareed is in the house, and he always makes his presence felt when he's throwing it down.
Now Felton. And Robertson has it in the corner, looking for George. He gets it there. The shot comes out. The Nuggets leading by 3. Chandler with the ball. Now Felton defending. Murray, no good. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And George kicks to Houston. Here's Murray. He doesn't hit that one. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's George. And it's George again missing. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Thunder making a change here. Abrinas is checked in. Denver's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. Outside, Felton. Adams against Jokic. Here's Felton. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Fareed's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The shot by Chandler, wide open. And the 3 ball is good. And it's an 8-point Denver lead.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
And George kicks to Abrinas. Oklahoma City moving the ball around to end the run. And there's the nice layup by George. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Abrinas. No good. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets leading by 6. Murray for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, just not his night so far, guys.
Abrinas' shot is off.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And Kenneth Fareed, the Manimal, once a force at the power forward position, but now seems to be more comfortable coming in as a role player, giving his energy to the basketball game, and see his production decline steadily since his 3rd year in the league, but still a positive for a team, just in lesser doses with a lesser role.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Arthur comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Murray. Barton in the corner from the arc. The basket good off the assist from Mudiay. Barton's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets. Oklahoma City's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. For Fareed, there's the possibility that the style he played is something that the league moved away from. That there isn't a high demand for undersized power forwards who can't shoot.
Well, the idea is that Fareed might not just be bulky enough to do what it is that a lot of teams have in terms of a guy setting screens and then around the rim to carve out space. The Manimal really doesn't do that, and if he works on his shooting range and shows that he's a threat, Kevin, that's going to help out his chances.
Here's Barton, and that one comes up a bit short.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him. The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
The Nuggets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And both free throws good from Arthur.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Felton attacking. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It was what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the boards. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability. Right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
Here's Westbrook. Chandler at small forward with Millsap the 4. Murray and Harris in the backcourt, and it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And it's Westbrook, that time on the assist by Adams. Westbrook's got the first points of the second half here for Oklahoma City. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. And the Thunder with the possession here. Here's Roberson. It's Patterson atop the key. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. The Nuggets leading by 5. Now here's Murray. Millsap a screen on Westbrook. Murray kicks to Chandler. 4 on the clock. Here's Jokic. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they continue to control the glass.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
Well, in the history of the Nuggets, they've had some great stars. Guys like Dan Issel, Alex English, and certainly Carmelo Anthony during his time in Denver. But Jokic looks to be that guy for this generation. Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Murray dishes to Chandler. Over George. That doesn't go either for Chandler.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Here's Westbrook. And it's sent back by Millsap. They get it back. And here is Murray. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. From the stripe, Jokic, no good.
And they've only connected on 1 of 4 to start the half. Their offense is sputtering just a little bit here.
Here's Roberson. That one rolling around and rims out.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
From 11 feet away, Chandler, no good. Thunder trailing by 6. Outside, George. Outside Westbrook. There's the 3. And it's Westbrook again missing. Murray kicks to Chandler. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. It's good. George has got 9.
Well, the anticipation for steals that Westbrook shows, I mean, maybe playing point guard paying off on the defensive end to help create that fast break.
Here's Jokic. Adams, some nice D.
And forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Roberson the pass to George. Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Roberson.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
On the wing, Chandler. Jokic against Adams. Jokic kicks to Chandler. Jokic sets the screen for Chandler. Shot clock at 5. Over George. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
And he hits it to tie the game up. 11 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Denver shooting the ball at 42%. Murray kicks to Millsap. Tries to snap the cold streak. And Adams sends it back. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Adams brings the double team. Here's Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Well, at 6'8", Millsap is still a threat to get up in the air and get those down.
Oklahoma City's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Right side, Westbrook. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, one thing the Thunder have always done well is control the glass. Good rebounding team.
Well, the Thunder are great candidates to end up near the top for both offensive and defensive rebounds, and it certainly helps when Russell Westbrook is tearing down over 10 boards a game. It's a complete effort with this ball club, and they have guys who are willing to stick their nose in there.
First free throw is good.
A lot of people pointing towards the Nuggets and thinking about it's not the offense where they need to improve. If they're going to get the best out of their young talent, it's defensively and their commitment to that end of the floor.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And Brent, last year the Nuggets had one of the worst defenses in the NBA.
But when you watch the way they play, Kevin, the problems exist because there's just not a ton of experience out there. Not a lot of rim protection or activity on the inside. So as good as they were offensively last year, you know that their coaching staff in training camp was talking about a defensive mindset to keep them more competitive throughout the season.
Chandler is screen. 6 to shoot. Harris kicks to Millsap. Shoots over Patterson. Another miss by Millsap.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
Westbrook dishes to Robertson. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 5th assist in this one. Murray with it. Jokic with his screen on Westbrook. Jokic a screen. Here's Murray. And Adams sends it back. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Thunder trailing by 3. Patterson setting the pick for George. Millsap against Patterson. Here's Adams. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Adams has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, using his wide frame right there, Adams able to get the position he wants and drops it through.
Jokic a screen. And here's Chandler from the arc. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Adams. Getting around 12 points a game, 15 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
last season was just so huge for Wilson Chandler. So many people rooting for him after missing the entire 2016 NBA season and came back to have a very strong year. Averaged 15 points, shot about 46% from the field, 33% from the three-point line, and at times was the best offensive force that his team had to offer.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And a look here at the shot chart for Oklahoma City.
Well, they're going to have to look elsewhere for points because he has pulled a Houdini and completely disappeared from the offense in this one. Just no production from him, and nothing seems to be in rhythm for him right now. It's just not his night.
The Thunder have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Felton kicks to Collison. Pass to Hustis. Here's Abrinas. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. For the lead, Grant. And he misses the go-ahead basket. For Chandler, his absence was felt when he sat out all of 2016. Brent, he's a player who can, as you said, give a team so much versatility with his skill set and ability to fill positions.
Well, he acts as a jack of all trades for any ball club that he's playing for. And you can play him basically from the 2 to the 4 spot, and he can make tons of contributions to you offensively.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The Thunder in 4th.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
That one is off.
And really the past few seasons, the Thunder have just been a dominant team on the glass. They do a great job of limiting second chance points, and they get a lot of extra possessions with their own offensive rebounding.
And he sinks the second. You look over the roster of the Thunder, and it's easy to see why they're such a great rebounding team. 1 through 5 can come up with 10 boards on any given night.
And those rebounding totals usually translate to wins for this team. Very rarely do they lose a game when they're having their way on the glass. The goal at the end of the night is to play the bully in and around that painted area.
And it's good for 2. Moutier's got 5 points so far.
Not the biggest guy of the 10 on the floor, but showing big heart on that possession.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Outside, Felton. Collison, the pass to Felton. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. The Nuggets leading by 4. To the middle, and Fareed throws it down.
Look out below. The Manimal uncaged and no prisoners taken.
Felton kicks to Grant. Arthur grabs the board.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
There's the dish to Moutier. Martin from outside. Here's Fareed. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the persistence shown by Fareed on every possession gets infectious.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw, no good.
Well, a great battle last year as the season finished off between the Nuggets and Blazers to make the playoffs. Denver did not. So they made some trades, tried to make a push. This year they've got to make some improvements and maybe find themselves in one of those top 8 slots to play in the postseason.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And Brent, for the Nuggets, you get the feeling of excitement for this franchise.
Well, you feel like this team is not just going to make the playoffs once, but could have a very effective long run in the Western Conference, and they're going to be playing a style that a lot of their fans and certainly fans around the league are going to appreciate. Off-ball movement and passing. You know, there's a team in Golden State that seem to do that with great effectiveness.
Here's Barton, lays it up and banks it in. Barton's got 7.
Smart play there from Barton to establish himself on the inside to convert.
Abrinas kicks to Felton, and it's Grant in the corner. There's the pick. Pass to Abrinas. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. And Mike Malone, who is known for his defense, dealing with the team, Brent, that really lacks a defensive bite at times. It's something that he's trying to change in terms of culture.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It's a bit of a nibble right now in Denver. But you look at Mike Malone's past and all the other stops where his defensive teams have improved throughout the year. So it's a bumpy ride with Denver. A lot of young players who he has to make sure realize the importance of the defensive end of the floor.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Barton missing again. Oklahoma City's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Abrinas the pass to Hustis. For 3, Felton. Here's Collison. A shot off that time. Plumlee with some nice D. Arthur kicks to Barton. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Fareed, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Here's Grant. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And really, Fareed is always a danger to score inside thanks to his athleticism. The D has no choice but to foul him in there and hope that he misses.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And the first one drops. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. Thunder trailing by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Felton. Here's Collison. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Will Barton, known as the People's Champ, is a fantastic scorer on the wing. Fearless with the shots he takes, Brent, and very aggressive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what you love most about Will Barton, is his ability to attack a defender off the wing and play with speed and reckless abandon. It's him trying to find a more complete game, and also maybe, Kevin, trying to find a little bit more control around what he does offensively.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
There's a good screen. And it's sent back by Plumlee. They retain possession. Collison kicks to Felton. 5 on the clock. Nailed from three-point land. Felton's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Barton dishes to Moutier. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Barton wide open. He fires. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 5 assists tonight. A floater. That shot no good. Some solid defense from Fareed. Now Barton. He's got 11. Puts it up. That's good on the jump shot. And now it's a 9-point Nugget lead. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more in store for you right after this. Just 1 quarter left in regulation. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Here's Moutier. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Eustace. He's out there with Grant. Nick Collison out there with Felton. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard position. 6 on the shot clock. Barton with it. Now defended by Grant. Barton, no luck.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Felton the pass to Abrinas. Sinks the three-pointer. Abrinas has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Oklahoma City. Now here's Barton. And that one is good.
Well, that's some good O there. Always like to see them getting those interior looks.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. There's the pick. And it's Abrinas in the corner. And Fareed sends it back.
And the swat by Fareed was vicious. Stalking his prey.
Eustace can't get it to go.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Fareed. Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Westbrook comes in for Raymond Felton. The Nuggets leading by 8. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Barton kicks to Millsap. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Collison. Thunder have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. The kick out to Westbrook. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up. Steven Adams brings a lot to the team, Brent. Got a chance to be more involved, in fact, with the offense after Durant left.
Well, he's not a wispy 7-footer, Kevin. Thick and rugged out there on the floor and willing to set a lot of screens to free up Russell Westbrook. One of the things I'd like to see them do is maybe explore him in the post a little more often as an offensive threat. I think he's capable down there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Plumlee. Chandler comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Gary Harris is checked in for Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And then for Oklahoma City, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Collison. Paul George comes in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Andre Robertson in for Alex Abrinas. The Nuggets leading by 6. Murray kicks to Harris. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And another miss by Denver.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half. Denver shooting about 42% so far. Murray dishes to Chandler. Releases. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Thunder trailing by 3. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
Murray, the pass to Chandler. Millsap, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
When you let a big guy like Millsap roam around near the glass, he really gobbles up the offensive rebounds and can stick you.
George against Chandler. Now here's Westbrook, guarded closer. Here's George. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Millsap. For the 3, Chandler. Another 3 for Denver.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Under trailing by 6. Westbrook kicks to George. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
He's been incredible in this half. Anytime he pulls up from outside, you think that's bottoms.
Well, when Paul George announced this summer that he intended to leave for the Lakers when the contract ran out, you knew what was coming. Even as a rental possibility, the suitors lined up, and eventually the price was paid, and now George finds himself in a Thunder uniform.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And to many, the Thunder came out of nowhere to land George in that trade.
You know, most thought Cleveland or maybe Boston were the front runners for his services, but the Thunder snuck in and made their team a 2-star squad once again. Very interesting to see how far the duo of Westbrook and George can go.
And it's good for 2. That's 12 points for Wilson Chandler. Thunder trailing by 5. Screen by Adams. And Roberson kicks to Adams. Westbrook up top. It's blocked. Chandler against George. Chandler goes in, and it's sent back by George. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate. And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Throw good, Paul George. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Millsap misses.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
Here's Westbrook, and he hits it to tie the game up. Westbrook's got 19 points.
Well, not many guards are able to get to that spot as quick as Westbrook does. It's a comfort zone for him.
That doesn't go either for Chandler. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. To take the lead, and again it's Oklahoma City. Denver's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And here is Murray. Jokic with the screen on Westbrook. Murray, the pass to Jokic. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make them pay for it.
Robertson can't hit. The Nuggets shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Murray for 3. It's good from long range. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Robertson dishes to George. Oklahoma City moving it around. Patterson can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Chandler, no good.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Patterson. Both good from the line that time. Denver's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Millsap left side. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Even though Millsap draws the contact there, he does an incredible job forcing that one through the hoop.
In the corner, it's Patterson. Offline with his 3. Denver in the lead. Chandler outside. He kicks it to Murray. Now the pass to Jokic. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. They've led by as much as 10.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And there's the feed to Murray. Jokic a screen. Over Patterson. They get it again. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. And so here's Denver. They lead by 1. Harris kicks to Murray. Back to Harris. 6 to shoot. Jokic a screen. Goes back up. And it's Millsap. That time on the assist by Harris. Millsap's got 6 in the quarter.
Millsap anticipating the pass there and set himself up for the shot.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. For Murray. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And here we go with Chandler running it up the court. It's deflected.
Roberson out there to play defense. He excels at getting off the ground so quickly to get the block.
Outside for George. Dishes it to Patterson. Here's Roberson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Denver leading by 3. Here's Chandler. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, coming out of the timeout, let's see if they go for the outside shot or if they look to go inside, try to build some confidence by seeing that ball go in.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He is not happy with the perimeter defense. He said, guys, our three-point line is too lax, and they're getting wide-open shots. Got to get over screens and get on top of them and get them off the line. We'll see if they get the message, guys.
Thank you, David.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
Outside, George. Adams with the screen on Harris. George passes to Westbrook. Jokic with the steal. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. Murray kicks to Jokic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I think what I appreciate about Jokic is the hard work that he continues to put in. Not only what he wants to do, but what his brothers want him to do, and that's not waste this opportunity to become the best player he can be.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Was short on those free throws, extending that lead and making it comfortable.
It's Westbrook with the drive, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Deep 2 from Murray. That one a little long.
This is when you're just surprised that a guy would miss that kind of look. The defense really did not do a lot there.
Roberson can't hit.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Over in the corner, Chandler sinks the triple. Chandler's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, that's just sweet passing there from Murray, keeping his eyes open and finding the open man.
Double team on Westbrook. The shot's good on the assist by George. And it's now 23 points for Russell Westbrook.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Jacks up a 3. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession.
Russell.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nails it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And that's what a guy like Westbrook will do for you, willing his team forward in these big moments.
Millsap with it. Back to Murray. Here's Jokic. Millsap a screen. Harris outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Time working against them here.
Got to grab a quick score and a foul, and even then it might be too late.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 7. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Felton kicks to Grant. That 3 off the mark. And they go to the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Here's Hustis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jokic.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So the Nuggets win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the concepts have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.